Many of you may be wondering, what does an online class actually look like? How will you navigate it? How will you stay on task with the assignments? Why don't we take a look at one of my classes just as an example of what it would look like when you take a class at Germana.
All right, so let's take a look at what it looks like inside of a class at Germana. This is my American Literature course for a summer 5-week session. And now you can see here at the beginning of the course, say, where do I start? You click on the Start Here button, and that takes you to the syllabus, a little bit of an introduction. Many of us will do some kind of introductory video just to give a sense of what the course is supposed to accomplish. And from there, we move on to a syllabus, and the syllabus sets the groundwork. How will you progress? What kind of assignments are you looking at? Most courses go week by week. So we put all of the week's material into what's called a module. So what you're looking at here is week 1, May 26th to May 31st, so that's the first module of the course. And everything for the course for that week is going to be contained in that module. Any readings, a discussion board, maybe a quiz, instructional material that's going to be in that week. Then the second week, we move on and you get everything that you need for that week. There's also another tool here that is quite handy, and that is the calendar. Now this is integrated into Canvas, and this means that when I, let's say, make an assignment and I put a due date, this shows students when that assignment is due, and it puts it on their calendar. Now there's also a messaging tool here. It's integrated with the Germana email, and so let's say you're working in Canvas and you have a question that pops into your head. Maybe I wasn't quite clear on something. You can click that inbox and you can send me a message. It actually goes to my email. It helps get a quicker response from me to answer your question. It's also easier than having to go to another window and open up your email.
I'm here with Stephanie, and Stephanie is in my American Literature class, a star student in my American Literature class. It's a compressed course, 5 weeks, but it is an online course. And we're talking about online courses and what it's like to take them. What is your impression of taking online courses at the college level, and specifically at Germana?
I will tell you that I absolutely love it. I am a big fan of online courses. It gives me flexibility. I work full time. I have 2 children and a husband. So I come home from work, I'm cooking dinner, and then I get the kids settled and log on to do my work. So it gives me such flexibility and the ability to actually continue my studies. So being at Germana, it's been amazing. I haven't struggled adapting to their online environment or the classes that they provide. So I think it's grand. I love it.
One of the major concerns that students have with online classes is the management of the work. How do you manage due dates and expectations, especially if you're taking more than one class?
Canvas lays everything out for you in terms of what to expect for your whole week, and it can load more days as you go on your calendar. And it'll show you all your separate classes that are currently available to you at that time and what assignments are becoming due. And you shouldn't fall behind if you are on top of your assignments, because everything is already laid out for you, so you can advance in your work as long as your professor allows you to move ahead. So I haven't fallen behind, knock on wood. I haven't fallen behind because Canvas is so easy to manage. Your assignments are so easy to manage. I mean, you can work ahead, and it's just ideal. There should be no reason for you to fall behind.
What's your experience been? Let's say you have an assignment, you're a little confused, and you need to ask that question. How has that worked out for you? Reaching out to a professor and getting a response, or just getting an answer to a question?
I haven't had any issues. There are professors, of course, that outline when they're available as far as office hours, and if you can communicate with them via email, phone, or Zoom meetings now. But ideally, you don't want to wait last minute to ask your question. If you have a question and your assignment is due tomorrow, maybe, they might not be as prompt with a response. But of course, it's all time management. If you allow them at least the 48 hours to respond back to you, you should have an answer. There hasn't been a professor that hasn't answered a question that I've had.
Awesome. That's good news. So I'm going to put you on the spot, actually, and you are not scripted here, and you can be honest. You have taken in-class courses.
Correct, yes.
Okay, all right, and you've taken online courses.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the major difference that someone who is perhaps accustomed to in-class teaching is going to go into an online class? What do you think they should be prepared for, or is sort of the major difference between the two?
I would say the major difference, of course, you take away the socializing aspect to a certain extent, because some teachers, of course, still hold classroom meetings via Zoom, which does assist with the socializing a tad bit. However, nothing really changes other than the fact that maybe if you have a question in terms of an assignment, you're doing a little more self-searching, for example. I have to, if I don't know, maybe let's say vocabulary, or if I don't understand something within the assignment that I've been given, I actually do an internet search myself and try to achieve that answer. And actually it's a benefit because you're not expecting the teacher to give you that answer. And with you searching and actually reading different articles on it, you're actually also gaining knowledge. So aside from the social aspect of it, of actually being in a classroom with students, I mean, that's the only thing that you're losing, honestly. And if that's not a big deal to you, then whatever.
I know some people who could do without the socializing aspect. They actually perhaps enjoy it more. Great. Well, I really appreciate the time you took to answer a couple of our questions, and hopefully students will give it some thought and know that there really isn't anything to be scared about or worried about to take online classes. So, and you're going to graduate when?
In the summer.
In the summer. Fantastic. All right. Thanks, Stephanie.
Awesome. Thank you.
So I hope this gives you some sense of what it's like to take a class here at Germanna online. Please understand that we're here for you, we're navigating this together, and above all, we want you to succeed.